like that intro. That was created by a member of our community. I don't know, you guys are just amazing. This video, you saw the intro, that was created by our community. I'm going to show you something else that's really awesome that was created by the community as well, by somebody that got into ROI dApps through this channel. Yeah, so what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to talk about some updates on various dApps that are releasing or have released, some crazy things, just some clarification on certain things, and then also we're going to review this really cool thing that somebody created in the community. And then also at the very end, we're going to give away 100 Matic to those that commented what they would do with 10,000 stable coins. I wish I was giving away 10,000 stable coins. That'd be amazing. But I'm going to give away 100 Matic at the end of this video. Yeah, and also I'm very transparent to those that win. I always notify them in comments, and yeah, and I verify that they got the, I will publish the transaction on the blockchain when I send it, so everybody can see, when I give away, I actually give it away. I don't say that I'm going to and then mysteriously say that I did to a random person that never got it. So yeah, let's get into this. We got a lot to talk about. Some things that are questionable, some things that are cool, some things that are crazy. But yeah, this is going to actually be a really fun video, especially as we get closer and closer to the end. All right, let's talk about AVX Staker Pro. Let's look here. Let's see what their timer says. They're going to launch a little more than a day from now. I say launch, quote unquote launch. There's already like a bunch of AVX already in the application. Over 1,000 AVX already there. It's already in the contract. People have used it. I mean, you can actually use this front end and deposit. After I made that video about this, I got the owner wasn't very happy that I did that video, but I'm okay with that, because when you search for their project, I'm like one of the first videos that pop up, and it's basically how you can deposit early into the contract. And a lot of people frown upon that, and but I just want to keep my community informed. I'm not gonna hide things, and yeah, I want people to know how the contracts work, how you can use the contracts, things like that. All these front ends are just a pretty interface for the contract. That's all it is. Everything you can do on the front end, you can do through the contract in the back. It's not like a secret, and it shouldn't be a secret. All these people that try to keep that a secret, I don't know. I just don't like that. Anyway, guys, what they explained was what they said is going to happen is as soon as that timer runs out, everybody that deposited will move into the staked category, and their timers will start as soon as it launches. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, because what I'm seeing in the contract does not jive with that that description of what they gave me. But I don't know, maybe they've got something up their sleeve, but I'm not seeing it in the contract. Maybe it's just something I missed, and I can show you what I mean. If you go to the contract, if you do read contract, this is where you can get information, maximum number of deposits and dividers and fees and all this stuff. If you come down here, you can come down and go to get user deposit info. This will give you specific information on a deposit. And let me grab this thing here. if I stick my address in here and I do the index of 0, which was my first deposit and hit query, it gives me the information on that. Now, this is a little more technical. When you look at timestamps on these are what's called Unix timestamps. It's like the number of seconds since, I can't remember what it was, like 1970 or something. There's a certain time. So what we can do, I can show this to you guys. Let me drag this window over so you guys can see it. So this thing is actually it shows you the Unix timestamp. Yeah, it's since the 1st of January 1970. It's how many seconds it's been since then. So that's what all these timestamps are. So if I grab this timestamp, this is my starting one, and I convert that, it can show me, you know, Greenwich Mean Time. It is March 26th, that's when it started. And I can grab the finish time. And that tells me this thing's gonna finish at on April 9th, 1534. And that's the thing, is like they can't change these times. This stuff is all published on the blockchain now. Once this deposit information is there, it's there. I haven't seen any other things that will change how you would, you know, how they could extend that. I don't know, maybe they've got something in here that I didn't see, but that's what I'm seeing now is AVX Staker deposits early. I chatted with the owner a little bit tonight, and he said he's going to give me more clarification tomorrow and check into things. So, you know, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and figure out what's going on. You know, I'll hear people out, but just what I'm seeing is not what I'm hearing. So just be aware of that. You know, I'm not trying to FUD a project. I just go behind the scenes and I look at it and figure out what's going on. And if that code is there, it's there. I mean, it's not me throwing the FUD, it's the project that probably should have looked at this stuff. But who knows, it might be there and I'm totally wrong, and I'm fine, and I will admit it if I'm wrong. So so that is AVX Staker Pro. The next one I wanted to clarify is maticmoon. That one is launching like a day and a half from now, a little less. With this one, I just wanted to clarify in Haze Crypto, what they did is they have a project owner fee of 20%, and that's what I put in my video. I want to clarify right now that I was wrong with that. Haze Crypto is actually wrong with that. It is actually 10%, and the way this is going to work and the way that will work is the project fee is 10%, and then the Ukraine charity part is 10% of that. So it's really 1%. So the owner's fee is really 9%, and that Ukraine thing is 1%. So that's how that's actually working. I know they've reached out to Haze Crypto because it's basically wrong on their side. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with maticmoon. That's going to be launching soon. Yeah, and I keep getting comments about AVX Stake. What they did is, I don't know why they did this, but they moved the front end. The contract is still the same place, but it's just avxstake.app now. They moved it to a different domain. I don't know if they were getting attacks on the other one or what was going on or why they even moved it. I don't know, it's bizarre to me. But people keep leaving me comments saying, hey, where'd it go? The only advice I can give here is when you invest into these, open both the front end and also keep the contract open behind. So if they get rid of the front end, you got the contract you can still interact with. If it's got a balance, you can still use the functionality in the contract. They can't rug that, they can't pull it. So just an FYI there just so people don't keep asking me where this thing went. That's where it went. It's right there. I did a video about this one earlier today. It's got 15 hours to go. Yeah, like we said, everybody wants some Fat Tony. That's the one that we all want, but I don't think it's gonna get there. This one's kind of fun, kind of wild. 3 days, I think that's where it's gonna get to. I don't know, maybe you might make it to Cletus, who knows? You know, we can all get some Roadkill Sweet. Anyway, yeah, I'll leave a link to this one down below. This next one was wild. This one got released today, and when I first saw it, I thought it was a joke, but I mean, they launched it, people deposited into it. Yeah, it's wild. It's an hourly thing. So your deposit period is hours. You can go to 7 hours and get 140% on 7 hours. I mean, this is, I'll say this, it was wild because it's already dead. It launched today. After 7 hours is up, it started going down, and it went down to, I'm pretty sure it's at 0 now. Let's look at the contract. Where did it go? Do you even have it on there? Yeah. Yeah, we're already at 0. There's nothing left in it. But yeah, that thing is wild. I don't know how they thought this thing was gonna make it stable and profitable. I don't know how stable that was. And it had that automated user insurance too. I don't know. This is yeah, it's fun. It's just crazy that people thought that this was gonna like be okay. I don't know. Yeah, things like this, guys, I never even post them like, hey, this is up. By the time I saw this is one of those where they just put it up as soon as Hayes Crypto had a audit done of them. And I mean, they paid for an audit for this thing to run for yeah, they paid for it to run for like 8-9 hours. So I don't even know if they made enough on this. Let's look at the audit. Yeah, 15% invest fee. The total staked was about 7 grand. And I think Hayes Crypto audits are 2 to 3 grand, so I don't even think they made their money back from their audit, which I don't know. If you launch something with this based on days, it's hard to feel bad for you. I mean, what did you expect was going to happen with this? I mean, I could have told you exactly what was going to happen. You know, a lot of people do the 7 hours and it'll just crash. I mean, that's what happens. So yeah, that's some wild stuff. All right, guys, it is time for some fun. This thing is really cool that I'm about to show you. I got a message from one of my subscribers this morning and something he's been working on, and this is like probably a game changer. And I mean, all this stuff behind the scenes, I'm not gonna hide from you guys. I'm not gonna like have some magic machine learning and junk like that that's telling me what's gonna happen with these and not even show you guys what's going on. But this is something that I just found, well, didn't find today. He sent it to me on Twitter. But this is really cool. He actually built an ROI calculator that we can take the plans and the dev fee and yeah, and the days and stuff like that. It can go across Avalanche, Polygon, BSC, and Phantom. You can dump that into a file. I'll show it to you guys here in a second. And this will show you so much information. It will actually crawl through all the deposits on the contract, and it will estimate based on the returns when the contract is going to die, and it gives a bunch of information. I'm actually going to show this to you guys because it is really cool. It is wild. This is probably one of my favorite things I've seen in a long time. Let me grab let's open this thing up. So here we are. This is like the command line. This is kind of technical. I got this thing running on my computer. He put on here, I don't know, Mac OS, sorry, but I'm on a Mac and I got this thing going pretty easily. Where'd my window go? I'll just do a new one, that's fine. I'll just get a new one over here. All right, guys, so this is how this thing is run. This is I don't know, this is probably the coolest thing I've seen in a very long time. I've already mentioned it. Sorry I'm so excited about this thing, but this guy was a genius. It basically crawls these contracts, and let me show you the code too. Well, it's not the code, it's just the JSON string. So this goes to this contract, and with that contract it sets up, you basically go to the audit and you can put in the days in different ones, the total returns you're going to get, and you want to base this on like the first day or thereabout. The withdraw fee, basically the withdraw fee that's going to be taken when we withdraw, and the dev fees up here. Let me move some of these out of the way, close that one, and that is actually based on this contract right here. So yeah, it's the one that ends in 15C9. So yeah, that's this contract right here, the 15C9. So once you fill out that information, we'll drag this back over here. What we'll do is we'll run it on Mac. I'll just do Java -jar and we will kick it off. So it's going to get going. It's going to start fetching everything from the contract. This takes a little bit of time to get going, but it uses a Chrome driver basically to scrape the web, all these website or the web pages that hold this contract information. So this is pretty sweet. So now what it's doing is going through all the transactions and analyzing each one. It's getting information about how much was deposited and what plan was deposited. I think the failed ones, I think those are withdraws or failed withdraws or failed transactions in general. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit here and wait for this thing to finish, because this is going to keep going through all 169 transactions on this contract. I don't know, guys. I'm pretty excited about this thing. This thing is amazing, especially when it gets done. You can see some pretty cool stuff. And I'm going to leave a link to this. It's on GitHub. I'm not a technical support guy, so I don't know if I don't have a lot of time to help people get up and going with something like this, but it's really something cool to check out. I will leave a link to the GitHub repo that he wrote. Give the guy some love. I'm also going to post his wallet address and his information if you want to donate a little bit to him. This thing is just really, really cool. So yeah, we're almost there. Yeah, I don't know. Once it gets to the end, you guys will be able to see how cool this thing is. It's pretty wild. So yeah, just about there. Sorry, this is a little boring and monotonous sitting here watching this thing go through, but it's gonna be great. And we're done. All right. So, it's got a lot of warnings down here at the bottom. They're rough estimates, but look at this thing. It's got the balance from now until, and it knows about how much is gonna come out based on all those transactions. So it can guess, it's gonna hit negative right about on the 7th at about just after midnight. Yeah. So it looks like it'll hit zero. You know, it should, you know, based on this prediction. I think there's a lot of assumptions here that there's probably gonna be tons of new investment, and what people will be withdrawing, and, you know, reinvestment, stuff like that. But I see a lot of these, especially smaller ones, they don't use much. But the cool part is, if we scroll up here, it shows us how much is staked in plan 0, plan 1, plan 2, plan 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, so this is really cool. It's just amazing how much is in plan 0. It'd be really cool to see this. I'll probably run it like on the Simpson one tomorrow after a few hours in, just to see what it looks like, and see what people are staking into. I think a lot of people are going to be doing the 3-day thing, but yeah, this thing is wild. I mean, this is awesome work. I can't believe he whipped this up. This is great. Yeah, so yeah, give this guy some love. Again, I will link to the project that he's got this going on. He's got some directions for getting it on Windows, getting it on Mac, especially the newer ones with the M1. You have to, it's easiest if you use like brew install to install Java for the M1s. If you've got Intel Mac, you can just get Java. You know, some of the older ones are already have Java bundled on the computer, and other ones that are Intel that are newer, you can actually get the Java runtime environment straight from Oracle, who owns Java now. So yeah, guys, I just want to show that to you. I'm super pumped about this. This is amazing. I'm curious to track this now to see how accurate that data is. I think it'll probably be close. You know, I don't think it's going to be, you know, exact, because there's still a lot of other things that could happen. Yeah, like it says down here, yeah, even the withdraw anytime plans are consumed at the end of their lifetime. No further deposits will happen in the contract. So I mean, if nobody else deposits it, you know, they can't figure out how many people are going to deposit in the future. Maybe you could do like some machine learning based on past contracts to get an idea about how much people deposit in these contracts after a certain time, just to get an idea. But if there's no more investment and people just drain what they have, it'll be interesting to see how close that is. Yeah, that is sweet. I love that. I don't know if I would, you know, bet your investment on that yet until, you know, until we can run some contracts all the way through it to see when it might happen, to see how close it is. But that's just something that's really cool. It shows you everything. Anyway, guys, that is one of the fun parts. The other part is we're gonna give away some Matic. So let's do this. I have it queued up here, the video that everybody jumped into and commented on, and whatever person this thing picks, that's who I'm gonna give it to. This channel is very transparent. I'm not like picking like a friend out of the comments that I know. I'm letting this thing pick, and you guys can watch, and that's just the way this thing works. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and do this, and let's find a winner if we can get it to work. Okay, we we have our entries. Now, why is it not scanning for them? Let's try this again, guys. I want to make sure this is. We're gonna filter. We're gonna get our comments. We've got our comments. Oh, it's down here. Sorry, guys. I'm not the brightest bulb sometimes. So we've got our unique comments. And then we're just gonna hit start. So here we go, and we're going with, sorry man, I don't remember how, I don't know how to say your YouTube name, Boo Boo Stuik. Yes, you are the winner. You're gonna get 100 Matic. I will get with you in the comments on how to get your address over to me, and yeah, congratulations. I'm hoping to start doing these more regularly, depending on how well the channel goes, but I'm all about giving back and you know, helping other people as well. Anyway, guys, that is the video for today, the last video for today. I've got some more lined up for tomorrow. Yeah, go ahead and like the video if you liked it. I will leave some links to projects launching tomorrow, and then also for this ROI Calculator, really cool thing. Yeah, and also let me get the name. Dan, King Coin Crypto on Twitter made that intro for everybody. Tell me what you think of the intro as well. Yeah, give some love to Jan, who wrote that ROI Calculator. I'll leave his address in the description as well. Go ahead and like the video if you like it. Hit subscribe if you want to hit subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.